Hey everybody, it's Liz. Today I want to share with you a really quick project share. This is my little tag that I created for the month of May. This is the Tim Holtz tag. Some of you know that I like to play along with Tim Holtz blog. Every month he's got a monthly challenge where you create a tag. And it's really fun, because you incorporate a lot of his products into your project, and it's a great way to use up some of the things that you may not normally use. Like, I know I have tons of Tim Holtz stuff, so it's a lot of fun to incorporate it into my projects and follow his techniques and learn new technique and steps and things like that. So it's really, really a lot of fun. And this one, I worked on it right before Mother's Day, so I was influenced by Mother's Day itself. And you can go check out his blog, and he'll show you, the step-by-steps or whatever. But I pretty much 90% of it I stuck to his steps, but I had to improvise because I didn't have a lot of the stuff that he used, okay? So I was influenced by this particular photo. This is from his new photo booth. Little pack. Hold on, I'll grab it so you guys can see. This here, right? Okay, it's got like a lot of little vintage photo strips. It's really cool. But that particular photo just stood out so much to me because, you guys, this actually looks a little bit like my mom when she was younger. It's in the eyes and the hair, and it just reminded me so much of her. And then, the fact that it was so close to Mother's Day, I thought it was perfect to, do like a Mother's Day tribute, so to speak. And so I used that particular picture because it reminds me of my mom so much. And my mom just loves sewing, and so that's why I did a sewing theme. Hopefully you can tell. But, I just started off with the regular tag, the regular manila tags, and I used this burlap here, the burlap paper from Die Cuts with a View, this one here. And Tim used the one that has like an adhesive back. I don't have that, so I had to improvise again. So, basically I just took the I cut out the shape of the tag, I used Mod Podge, and I, adhered it to my actual tag. So see, here's the tag. Kind of messy. I probably should finish it, but... So just adhered it on there real good, and then what I did is I inked all of my edges with walnut ink distress stain, or ink I should say, just to give it like a shadow and, that more vintage look. And then I went ahead and picked out some ephemera pieces from the thrift, what is it called? Thrift pack? Or thrift shop, sorry, thrift pack. Here, these are the ephemera pieces, also by Tim Holtz, and this one's called Thrift Pack. And it's thrift shop, and I just picked out, different ones that I thought would go well with the sewing theme, like this little dress form, it's almost like a little tag with safety pins on it. This one I cut out from the paper pad, the, what's it called, wallflower, I think, and it's got like, it says, the spool cotton, thread counts or something like that. So I thought that was just perfect with the sewing theme. So I adhered them on there, and then, all the edges are inked with the walnut stain. I coated it with the Mod Podge. And then in the back, you can see this background here. It's got this little texture. I did that with some modeling paste and another one of Tim Holtz stencils. This one I used the bubble. This one here. Okay, really cool. It's called Bubble. And I just did that with the modeling paste, and then once that dried, I went ahead and dabbed a little bit of tumbled glass and broken china distress ink over the tops of it, just to give it a little bit of color. And it comes all the way down, but most of it's going to get covered up. And let me see, and then I crinkled some seam binding to create this really pink bow. It's nice and bright. I colored it with the worn lipstick distress stain, and this is just crinkled seam binding from my stash. So I made a bow, adhered it to the top of my tag, and then I have a jump ring and these cute little scissor charm that is hanging from the jump ring. Again, going with the sewing theme. And for the photo, I tinted it. Hopefully you can see the color, but I tinted it with my distress markers, just like he did on his blog. And basically I did worn lipstick, wild honey, and tumbled glass for the background. And you just dab a little bit of right on the photo with your distress marker, and then you take a dry Q-tip and you spread it around. And it tints the photos really nicely, gives it that really cool look. So I love that. And then I just used a little bit of the rub-ons that he has. This one's like a little measuring tape, and this one says 5 cents. I just adhered it on there. My photo is distressed and inked with walnut stain. And then here I have one of his little coins. I forgot what these are called, but this is like in the antique gold, and it just says altered. I added a little brad to the top. And then I created a bunch of little flowers using Coordinations cardstock. And I picked out colors that I thought would go really well, like the pink, and then again the wild honey color, and the turquoise. And I created these flowers using Spellbinder's Bitty Blossom. Tim used his mini tattered florals die. I don't have that, oops, sorry, I don't have that just yet, but I thought that this would create the same effect, so I used these dies to make these flowers. I did one of each, so there's the larger one, the medium one, and then this small one. And then once I created the flowers, I dabbed the tops with the walnut stain, again, to give it that vintage look. The leaves are also by Spellbinders, and again, I used Coordinations cardstock and inked all my edges. So it's a really pretty cluster, very vintage looking, and it's just, the colors are just really pretty, and it goes really, really well with my tag. And again, this is the same crinkle seam binding that I did up there with the worn lipstick distress stain. And then I just created a bow. The seam binding goes all the way around like I showed you in the back. So just tied a bow, and then I added one of these little Tim Holtz fasteners, and I added 2 little buttons to it, so it just kind of hangs, again, going with the sewing theme. And these little Chit Chat stickers are new. These are from the new Small Talk. Okay, the regular Chit Chat is just single words. These are actually little phrases, so it's kind of cool. There's tons of them. They come in black and then they come in white, so you get a lot of them in the pack. And so what I did, I picked the one that says "Do What You Love," because again, this is for my mommy, or it's for me, but I was paying tribute to my mom. And so then I just cut it apart, sanded the edges to show some of that white, and then it's just "Do What You Love." So it's really pretty. I love it. I think it turned out really, really nice. I love the vintage look. I love the burlap. And I just love all the little elements that go on top. I usually don't share my tags because I typically forget. And sometimes I do them at the very last minute. So I just put them on my blog. And then I post them over on Tim Holtz blog as well. But I just really wanted to share this one because I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. And like I said, that picture just reminded me so much of my mom when she was young. I have a picture of her similar to this when she was younger, and it just reminded me so much of her, and it was just perfect because I worked around, Mother's Day. So that's my tag, you guys. I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun, and if you guys don't play along with Tim Holtz monthly tags, you should. It is so much fun. It really is, and you learn new techniques every month. Great way to use up your products, So, and then there's also a chance to win a prize because you can upload it to his blog, and at the end of the month, or at the beginning of the next month, I should say, they pick winners. So I've won twice, I think. So it's really cool and a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys like my tag. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think. I'll see y'all real soon. Bye-bye.